Hello, hope you are doing well on this Monday, July 15th, 2024. It is the middle of the month of July. The Criterion Collection sale at Barnes& and Noble is in full swing. We got just under 2 weeks left in that sale. The temperatures are sky high here in North Georgia, in many places across the country here in these United States of America. And I hope you're staying cool wherever you are. Earlier today, just a few hours ago, the Criterion Collection announced their October 2024 titles. And I've really been looking forward to hearing these announcements because, I'm just looking forward to seeing what horror titles Criterion is going to present to us in the month of October. There were a couple of projections that people had out there that people had sent to me, some ideas. I think they'll announce this. I think they'll announce that. Criterion announced none of that, but they announced four titles that I think people will be pretty excited about. There are at least a couple that I'm excited about, so I definitely want to share reactions to these titles. So there's definitely some stuff that we need to talk about. So I don't know a ton about these particular titles, but I'm very much looking forward to hearing what you think about them and sharing reactions to them and seeing what is in store for us in the month of October 2024 from the Criterion Collection. Let's talk about it. All right, the Criterion Collection has announced four titles for the month of October 2024. That's going to be coming out from their physical media catalog. Now, these titles are really interesting titles because we get three new 4K Ultra HD releases. So Criterion has been pumping out a number of 4K titles over the last several months, really ever since they really got things going, getting into the 4K format in the fall of 2021, and then really ramping things up. This year, they released a ton of 4K titles. Last month, I think all of the releases were 4K Ultra HD releases. And this month, 3 out of the 4 titles are on 4K Ultra HD. We do have an upgrade of an existing title in the collection. We again have 4 titles coming out. One on October the 8th, 2024. We got 2 coming out October the 15th. And we have another title coming out on October the 22nd. We have 3 countries represented: the United States of America, Germany, and Japan. And we have 1 new filmmaker entering the collection. This is an interesting filmmaker that I am learning about here that has a very interesting type of cinema, sort of a risque type cinema. So definitely looking forward to hearing your reactions, what you think about this new filmmaker in the collection. So speaking of your reactions, I hope you are all doing well. So I do want to read what comments are out there. We have a number of people out there right now. So let me just see what some of you all are saying out here. So we have one movie they reveal October is one I wanted a new release for years now. Okay. I wonder which one that is. Yes, yes, yes. Film Watcher is very happy. Gumo. Film Watcher is very happy about Gumo. We have Adrian James. Hello, Adrian. Hope you're doing well across the pond there. Internet user saying, hey there to internet user. Hello there to Gerald, to Jerry. Hope you are doing well. Quietly says hello. Hello to you, Quietly. Hope you're doing well. We have Ben Andrews saying, good evening, James. It's my first time tuning in live, but it feels like I've been subbed for years. Thank you for always making these Criterion announcements feel like an event. Ben from Michigan. Ben, thank you for joining. Glad that you enjoyed this format. And, I definitely appreciate that. I mean, please always feel free to give your your feedback on if this is working, if that's not working, what you like about different things, even technical aspects like how's my audio, how's the video, things like that really help us create the best content on this wonderful platform that they call YouTube. So thank you, Ben. We have Kal Satsu. I've been looking forward to this video since the announcements this afternoon. Thank you. I'm glad to be here with you all this evening. Michael Smith, great month. We'll get all of them. Yes, there are at least two that I have my eye on, and I'm really looking forward to learning more about all these titles and hearing which titles you all are most excited about getting. Jerry says Pandora's Box is the big one for me. Lewis Brooks is a great but tragic story of silent cinema. Yeah, I'm looking forward to learning more about the history there. This is a silent film that's coming out, Pandora's Box. That is the upgrade of an existing spy number in the collection. So really looking forward to learning more about that and hearing what y'all think about it. Michael Smith, the cover of the Demon Pond is awesome, and I think all these covers this month are top notch, really, really good. The only one I've seen here is Gumo. I'll have to watch the other titles in October to get in the mood. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. Bruno says Pandora's Box. Yes, we're opening. Criterion is opening Pandora's Box. Actually reopening Pandora's Box on Blu-ray. Quietly says I just picked up Nanny and Girl Fight. Excellent. Yeah, I have Nanny. I've done a review of Nanny on this channel. Excellent, excellent title from Nick Yatsu. Absolutely fantastic title. I really enjoyed that film from that filmmaker. And that's part of what I love about Criterion is just discovering new filmmakers. I love that Criterion in recent years has brought more filmmakers into the tent and is celebrating more filmmakers from different backgrounds and all the different voices of cinema. So I definitely appreciate that. Girl Fight is one. I was in Barnes and Noble the other day. That's a title that I've held it, I picked it up, I put it back. I'm debating, do I go ahead and get it? You know, is that title that I'm debating? I'm debating, do I get Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas? I'm not sure if that title's for me. So those are two titles that are sort of like, do I go for it or not? I'm leaning toward getting Girl Fight. But let me know in the comments what y'all think about those titles and what do you think I should do? Let you tell me what I should do. Let's see. Gerald says Pandora's Box is the highly recommended pickup. A truly great silent film from the early days. I have the old Criterion box set of it. Yeah, that's one of the two titles that I am most excited about. That Pandora's Box set is very appealing to me. That's a title that's on Blu-ray. It's not on 4K. It's a silent film from 1929, but I'm really interested in checking that one out. Jordo says, what's up? Michael Smith says, watched Pandora's Box a few months ago. Very atmospheric, silent from G.W. Pabst. You can't take your eyes off Brooks. Yeah, I mean, I looked at the trailer and wow. I mean, this is a film from 1929. Yeah, I'm very intrigued. I love silent cinema done very well. And that one looks like one I definitely need to check out. So let's see, we have 007. Oh, 007, yes. Hello, how are you doing? We have Jordo saying, what a year for Criterion so far. They've really gone in on transgressive films that are hard to come by. Gumo, Happiness, and the Greg Akari trilogy. What a slate. Yeah, yes. Quietly, is your collection predominantly Criterion? Quietly, that's a great question. When you say predominantly, I would say it's probably about half Criterion. Probably about half Criterion. At this point, I collect mostly Criterion, but I also collect some Arrow. I collect some Kino Lorber, and I also collect some studio titles. But most of my procurement is Criterion. Let's see. John Doe Juggalo says, hey, James, I don't know much about these announcements. I'm going to be taking your information recommendation forward on these. Well, you know, I would say let's take the information and recommendation from the community because I think a lot of you out there have seen more of these than I have. So I know that these are some of these films are the types of films I'm interested in, like some of these black and white silent horror films, or some of the classic films from the 1940s. One I think is from Val Lewton that is definitely speaking to me. So, but I haven't seen them. I admit I have not seen those films, but I'm definitely intrigued based on the type of movies. But for those of you who have seen these movies, let us know what you think about them in the comment section. Adrian, hi, Jeff. People saying hello to one another. Lee Nichols saying, looking forward to these. How many of these titles will be available in the UK? Do you know? I don't know. These are US releases. Some of these will likely at some point make their way to the UK, but those announcements will be forthcoming at some point in the future. I do not know the timetable of when these titles will be available in the UK from Criterion. John Joe Duckalo says, "Yup, Adrian." Let's see. It's worth it, says quietly. And then, wow, I'm surprised to see Gumo coming. Yeah, a lot of people are surprised, MSD. So, Jason, what's up? What's up to you, Jason? Hope you're doing well. Jerry says Terry Gilliam is an acquired taste. Yeah, I would say so. My favorite from him has to definitely be the Fisher King. 12 Monkeys is pretty good. But yeah, his films are definitely not all of them are necessarily my cup of tea, but I do love the Fisher King. It's very cool that the release of Gummo has a feature with Hype Williams, who directed Belly. Belly has Gummo playing on a TV in the background at DMX's house. Cool. Okay. Interesting. Jerry, I had that one too. Was going to get rid of it since I got the Eureka set, but the booklet is great. Okay, can't wait to pick up I Walked with a Zombie, the seventh victim. And then Laren says, "Hey, James, good afternoon." All right, so I will come back to the comments. You all are here to react to these titles. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to get into it. But before I do that, I want to share my screen on some information here. Just some general things that are going on. I wanted to put this particular presentation. I wanted to get it in StreamYard, but for some reason I could not import it into StreamYard. So I'm gonna have to just do this, if y'all don't mind. So yeah, so some recent news, of course. Seven Samurai 4K restoration is in select theaters. This is the classic Japanese film Seven Samurai. It returns to movie theaters in July with a 4K restoration. And that is super duper, double looper exciting. I mean, that's awesome. How many of you are planning to see Seven Samurai 4K restoration if it hits a theater in your area? Are you planning to see this? This is definitely exciting news. It also prompts the question, are we going to get a Seven Samurai physical media upgrade from Criterion in 4K? The fact that we have this 4K restoration being shown in theaters would seem to point to that, but we'll have to wait for an official announcement. So this is very good news potentially in that space. My summer movie, my summer movie viewing so far is going. Oh, excuse me, is going pretty well. It's going all right so far. So I saw A Quiet Place day one, and I was pretty pleased with it. Stay Quiet, Stay Alive. This is Lupita Nyong'o and Joseph Quinn. I thought it was pretty good. I thought it was a nice entry in the Quiet Place series. Was very pleased with it, and I thought it was good all the way around. I think Lupita Nyong'o is an extraordinary actress. She did a great job. I think Joseph Quinn's character was also pretty good, but it was definitely the Lupita Nyong'o's show, and she carried that film very well. The next film here in the middle, Hollywood is a Killer, Maxine, Mia Goth, the Ty West film. I saw that when it came out. And, my general feeling of Maxine, and I plan to do a live stream on this, on the Ty West trilogy. I got to be honest with you. I walked in with higher expectations than I walked out feeling were fulfilled. Having said that, I think it's a good movie. I wish it was a little bit better. I was expecting great, and what I got was good. Which is not bad. It's not a bad film at all. It's good. I was just hoping it was great. Of course, I think it's a pretty good capper to the X trilogy, and so overall, I'm pleased with it. But I just wish it was a little bit better. But that's Maxine, and then of course, in a few weeks, I'm really looking forward to seeing this M. Night Shyamalan film that's coming out at the beginning of August. Trap, starring Josh Hartnett. So I'm really looking forward to that. Going into it, I'm going to bring my expectations down. So I need to stop going into theaters with high expectations. I need to temper the expectations to sort of, allay any potential disappointment. So hopefully I'll come out with my expectations exceeded. And then, of course, I showed this slide last month. I'm still excited to dive back into the world of Westeros. This is House of the Dragon. It started a month ago, almost a month ago, on June the 16th. They must be on episode 4 now. I have not seen any of it. And I have to say, I have managed to avoid any spoilers. I have not done any searches on House of the Dragon on Google. I have not looked anything up on YouTube. I have not looked at any videos. I have seen nothing on it. I have no idea what is going on in it. And that's the way I want it, because I want to, at this point, I'm just going to end up binging the whole season over probably a weekend or two. So, yeah, so that's what's going on there. But yeah, I just wanted to share that with you. And then we will go ahead and get into these Criterion announcements. Let's go ahead and get into it. All right. October titles are announced. That's what we like to see. I'm going to go ahead and make this big here. And I think I'm sharing. So we will go in here. And if we look at the month of September, the preceding month, we're getting some pretty awesome titles. Repo Man on 4K, I definitely am planning to get for sure. Getting that upgrade. All of Us Strangers is one I'm thinking about, but we shall see. We now have this title here, Totem, which is actually new to me. This is a Janus Contemporaries title that has just been added. That's going to be available on September the 10th. So always be on the lookout for updates from the Criterion site, which this is an update for me. I was not aware of that, because they're always updating, adding, oh, here's a new Janus Contemporary title that they're going to put out. It has been announced since the September announcement, so that is new to me. I'm definitely interested in the Long Good Friday coming out on September 17th, the John McKenzie film, and then Greg Araki's Teen Apocalypse trilogy is one I don't currently have my eye on, but this is one of those areas of the transgressive cinema that Criterion's bringing in the shop, along with the one right above it here, Gumo. So that sort of closes out the month of September, along with Happiness, another title here that comes out September 24th. So we now get to what is coming out in October. Well, it starts out with this deal right here, produced by Val Lewton, The Seventh Victim. So you have two films here. One is I Walk with a Zombie by director Jacques Tourneur, and the other is The Seventh Victim, directed by Mark Robeson. So these are both produced by Val Lewton. Terror lives in the shadows in a pair of mesmerizingly moody horror milestones conjured from the imagination of Val Lewton, the visionary producer. Auteur returned our fears of the unseen and the unknown into haunting excursions into existential dread. As head of RKO's B-horror movie unit during the 1940s, Lewton, working with directors such as Jacques Tourneur and Mark Robeson, brought a new sophistication to the genre by wringing chills not from conventional movie monsters, but from brooding atmosphere, suggestion, and psychosexual unease. Suffused with ritual, mysticism, and the occult, the poetically hypnotic I Walk with the Zombie and the shockingly subversive The Seventh Victim are still tantalizing dreams of death that dare to embrace the darkness. Classic horror films, both from 1943, that are very fascinating. 4K Ultra HD, Blu-ray, DVD options. So definitely keep that in mind, that there is a DVD option for people. So you do have a choice in that regard. It's going to be spine number 1236, so a new spine number in the collection. These are both directors who are already in the collection. So you're getting new 4K digital restorations of both of these films, with uncompressed monaural soundtracks on the 4K and the Blu-ray editions. You are getting the two 4K discs. So you get one 4K, I'm sorry, you're getting one 4K disc of the film. So both of the films are going to be on the 4K disc. And then you have a Blu-ray that also has the two films and the special features. You have an audio commentary for I Walk with a Zombie and an audio commentary on The Seventh Victim. Interview with film critic and historian Imogen Sarah Smith. Awesome. Love all the features that she does an amazing job with her features. I mean, they all do, but she is just incredible. Audio essays from Adam Roche's podcast, The Secret History of Hollywood. Shadows in the Dark, which is a documentary on Val Lewton. So that's fascinating. But yeah, you get the 4K Ultra HD, two discs, a 4K disc and a Blu-ray disc. You get a Blu-ray option and a DVD option. So this looks like a really fascinating set. This is one of the titles that I am super excited about picking up. It's going to be on 4K Ultra HD. You get new 4K restorations. Check out this trailer. A zombie. I don't think I would want to walk with him. How about a little bit from The Seventh Victim? Yeah, yeah, very, very, very fascinating. You know, I can already tell that these are these are titles that definitely have my eye. Oh, let me stop sharing. It'd be nice if I stopped sharing and don't have this infinity screen going. Let me stop sharing. Or am I still sharing? I apologize. So stop sharing. All right. So yeah, that title in particular definitely has my eye because of the atmosphere and the mood of those films produced by Val Lewton. So I have not seen either one of them, but I am definitely high on that particular release. So let me get a few more of these comments here. I'm trying to collect all the Donald Sutherland Criterion titles. Clute is definitely a great one. I have not picked up a Dry White Season yet, I think it's called, that has him in it. And then he's in a number of other ones as well. Don't Look Now. I decided not to upgrade. I had the Blu-ray of that title, but I decided to hold off on the 4K of that. But I heard that 4K is really good for that. Adrian saying hello to Laren. Pandora Spots got a 3,000 copy limited edition from Eureka recently. Never got the chance to grab it, so I'm looking forward to that release. Great. Tie Me Up, Tie Me Down, Blu-ray back in print. Just got my copy. Good. All right, Pete. People saying hello to one another. The 4K of Demon Pawn is going to be amazing. I think so too. That's one that I'm possibly going to pick up as well. Hey, Adrian, pretty good. How are you, man? People saying hey to one another. Hello. Did the package I sent arrive, James? I checked the other day and I did not see it I think I checked on Saturday, but I will check again this week. Thank you for sending that. Same to you, Laren. Do you own any Wes Anderson Criterion titles? Are his movies good? You know, I would say yes, his movies are good. I would say that they're not for everyone, but of course, who is for everybody, right? Wes Anderson has a style of filmmaking that's a little, I guess, maybe quirky, but I like his style of filmmaking, and I love his films. I love the art direction and the production of his films and how he presents his narrative. And I have most of his titles in the Criterion Collection. I don't have The Life Aquatic with Steven Zissou. I do not have that one, but I think I have all the other Wes Anderson films in my collection that are in Criterion. Seven Samurai is playing here. Going to try to make it. Only a 1 week run so far. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if it's going to come to the Atlanta area. If it does, I might try to check it out. Is the Seven Samurai restoration digital? If it's not on film, I'm hoping it comes to my city because my independent theater would probably get it. They just don't project on film, unfortunately. I don't know that. If anyone knows that detail, definitely drop a comment. Let us know if you know about that. Hey, saying hey to Jordo. Hey, Laren, hope you're well. Let's see. So happy to see Gumo on Criterion. That is a very special movie by Harmony Korine. I already put it in my basket. All right, there you go. The only film I want to watch in theaters this year is Nosferatu. Okay. I need to finally watch House of the Dragon. I'm stuck on the Sopranos rewatch. Yeah. Yeah. House of the Dragon season one got me back into the world of Game of Thrones after a disappointing Game of Thrones season eight. Really went out on a whimper there for me. One of the greatest TV series of all time just ended on a kind of a sour note for me. But House of the Dragon restored my faith in the world of Westeros. So I got back into it and was very happy about that. So season two is going to end up being a massive binge watch because I just haven't got back into it yet. I've been so busy watching these Criterions, from this sale I've been picking up and doing some reviews, of these titles like reviews of Pat Garrett and Billy the Kid. I did a review of La Samurai, not Les Samurai. I got a comment earlier today about pronunciation, so we'll try to do better about that. I don't speak French, so I may not get the pronunciation right there, but this is recommended. Check out my review that came out yesterday, as well as my review of La Samurai that also came out. Both excellent 4K titles from the Criterion Collection that are highly recommended. La Samurai is one of those titles that is an upgrade from the Blu-ray edition that came out in 2017, and it is definitely a worthwhile upgrade, for sure. So that picture is so beautiful from La Samurai. It just looks like a beautiful painting. It is just gorgeous 4K restoration. James, I feel you about going in with expectations. Same thing happened to me with Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Yeah, same thing for me. I went in, I was like, oh man, another Quentin Tarantino film. I was so excited. And I went in there and I walked out and I had that feeling of, oh, okay, it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad at all. It was good. I just went in. I went in wanting this, and I got this. This isn't bad, but I was just hoping for this. And so that's what happens when you go in with too high of an expectation. I'm getting Gumo 4K when it comes out right away. Awesome. The Heisei era Godzilla films are on the Criterion channel now. That's good information. Hey, James, you should check out Victims of Sin. It's an amazing movie from the golden age of Mexican cinema. I have that title. I have it on my shelf right now. I picked it up as part of the sale, and I do plan to do a review on this channel of that title. I plan to put that review out probably next week because I've got a couple of more reviews coming out this week of these two wonderful titles right here. Dogfight and All the Beauty and the Bloodshed. Both of these are excellent titles. If you like a nice documentary, this is really good. Really, really nice. And this is just a nice love story starring River Phoenix and Lily Taylor. Yeah, I mean, of course, River Phoenix, gone very soon, gone too soon. But yeah, these are two wonderful titles that I'll share thoughts on later this week. So definitely be on the lookout for that. And then the following week, we'll probably be putting out thoughts on Saint Omer, as well as Victims of Sin, to additional titles from Criterion, along with Risky Business is coming out on 4K next week. I was a little disappointed with All of Us Strangers personally, but I'm in the minority there, it seems. Okay. I haven't seen it. Time. Okay. Okay. What time is that? Huh. I don't know what that means there, film watchers. Good afternoon. Jorno's surprised us even getting a disc where it's from Disney, and they have been odd with physical media lately. Yeah. Yes, indeed. Searchlight Pictures, what I meant, which is owned now by Disney. Oh, okay. Gotcha. I mentioned I Walk with a Zombie as a potential announcement in your post earlier today. I'm so glad it got announced. It's great. Awesome, Hunter. Good prediction. Yeah, film watcher. That's the reason why I advise strangers is to support a Searchlight Disney release to show them to continue doing so. Just unfortunately not high on the movie. Okay. No worries there. We'll come back to the comments. Let's get back into these announcements. Let me cover a couple of more, and then we'll come back to these comments here. Your wonderful comments. We'll go back to the Criterion site here. And we are now on Demon Pond. Demon Pond. So, Japanese new wave renegade Masahiro Shinada transforms a classic kabuki tale with his own extravagant visual style in this dimension shattering folk horror fantasia. I saw the trailer and it definitely falls into that fantasia type aesthetic. When a lone traveler, to Tsutomu Yamazaki, stumbles upon a remote, drought stricken village, he finds himself engulfed in a whirlpool of myth, mystery, and magic. In a nearby pond reside spirits who hold the fate of the town's inhabitants, including lovers Akira and Yuri, okay, who also plays the ethereal princess reigning over the water in their hands. Okay. Set to the swirling strains of electronic music pioneer Isa Tomita's synth score, Demon Pond blends theatrical artifice with cinematic surrealism for an aquatic, apocalyptic fable of human love and folly caught in the current of nature's wrath. Okay, interesting. Now, this is available on 4K, Blu-ray, and DVD. So 4K, Blu-ray, DVD. It's just good to know what the options are because as much as many of us love 4K, awesome to get it on that format. A lot of people are perfectly happy with Blu-ray. And then, of course, you have some folks who all they want is DVD. I only collect DVDs or what have you. So it's good to have all three format options available. And that is the case with this title. This is on 4K, supervised with a restoration supervised by the director and actor Bando with an uncompressed monaural soundtrack, one 4K disc of the film, and one Blu-ray with the film special features. Now, I noted on the previous announcement and on this announcement here, there's no mention of HDR on these first two 4K releases. So that is something to keep in mind. There's no HDR. And again, I don't know the reasons for that. You know, what goes into determining whether or not they do Dolby Vision or HDR or no HDR at all. Definitely let us know in the comments if you have some insight into that thinking there of when they make those decisions to do or not to do HDR. A new interview with the film scholar Dudley Andrew, program on the film's special effects. Okay, so a few features there, not a loaded edition by any means, but a few features to sink your teeth into here in this dreamy, ethereal fantasia of a film. So that is Demon Pond by Masahiro Shinoda. Of course, Masahiro Shinoda is not a stranger to the Criterion Collection. This is the same director who gave us Pale Flower. This is a title that I have seen in Barnes & Noble for a number of years. I've never picked it up. Let us know in the comments section if this is one to consider as part of the sale. Of course, and some other DVD titles here that you see listed here. But the Blu-ray offering that's currently in the collection from this director is Pale Flowers. So definitely good to know. So let's go back out here and let's go to this second title that I'm very excited about. This is a box set, or this is a set that is definitely speaking to me. It's a silent film starring Louise Brooks, and it's Pandora's Box. It is currently, I think, available on DVD, or I'm not sure if the old DVD is still in print or not, but this is a title that is coming out on Blu-ray. So it's a Blu-ray, it's an upgrade over the DVD that was in the collection. It's spine 358 in the collection. And this is from director G.W. Pabst, who has other titles in the collection currently, including Kameradschaft and Westfront 1918. I do not have either of those titles, as well as the Three Penny Opera. So those are some other titles that G.W. Pabst has in the collection. So this is a filmmaker that I have not seen any of his filmography, so that will be a new discovery for me. It will be a new discovery, once I get my hands on this title. And I absolutely love this cover. This cover, I think, is a carryover from the DVD edition. I looked on, I think, Criterion Forum, and this looks like the same cover that applied to that DVD edition. It says here, one of the masters of early German cinema, G.W. Pabst, seemed to have an innate talent for discovering actresses. and perhaps none of his female stars shone brighter than Kansas native and one-time Ziegfeld girl Louis Brooks, whose legendary persona was defined by Pap's lurid, controversial melodrama Pandora's Box. Sensationally modern, the film follows the downward spiral of the fiery, brash, yet innocent showgirl Lulu, whose sexual vivacity has a devastating effect on everyone around her. Daring and stylish, Pandora's Box is one of silent cinema's great masterworks and a testament to Brooks' dazzling individuality. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to checking this out. I mean, look at the contents of the set. I love seeing the visual here. You have this nice little stapled booklet, I believe. And yeah, looks great. Blu-ray, DVD are the options. Coming out October the 15th. It's got a new 2K digital restoration. So a new 2K restoration, 4 musical scores. Now, I believe all of these features were also offered on the previous DVD release. So I don't think these features are new at all. They're carryovers from the DVD edition. But they'll be new for me because I have not seen this before. So 4 musical scores. So I love that. You get your choice of musical scores. So that's great. Get an audio commentary. Get a documentary on Louis Brooks. So that's great. Then a rare interview with actress Louise Brooks by Richard Leacock and Susan Steinberg Wohl. Now, someone mentioned the tragic story of Louise Brooks. I am not familiar with that. I'll have to look that up. But there's an essay by critic Jay Hoberman, notes on the screen, on the scores, and an article by Brooks on her relationship with Pabst. So yeah, let's take a look at this, a few seconds of this trailer here. Yeah, so I mean, it definitely looks interesting for sure. When I saw this trailer earlier, I was like, okay, I'm in. I am definitely in. This is the type of silent film that is definitely up my alley. I am really looking forward to this one, Pandora's Box, starring Louis Brooks, a film by G.W. Pabst from 1929. I think it clocks in at 141 minutes, so pretty long. It's in black and white. It's German film, and it's an upgrade of Spine 358 in the Criterion Collection, coming out on Blu-ray on October the 15th. So awesome stuff there. So let me go ahead and let's knock out this last title here, and then we'll go back to the comments and put a big red bow on this. We'll make sure that our air conditioning stays on because it is absolutely scorching outside. And we'll send everybody off to a happy Monday evening. Hope you've had a great Monday so far. So this last title here is a title of a filmmaker who is now new in the Criterion Collection. This is Harmony Korine's entry into the Criterion Collection with a title called Gumo. Now, I had to do a little bit of research into understanding who is the director, Harmony Korine. And so I looked him up a little bit here, and it says here Harmony Korine is an American filmmaker, actor, photographer, artist, author. His methods feature an erratic, loose, and transgressive aesthetic, exploring taboo themes and incorporating experimental techniques in works with art, music, fashion, and advertising. So he was born in 1973. He's 51 years old. Has a child, parents. So yeah, basically this is Harmony Korine. So very interesting. I am not familiar with this filmmaker at all. Of course, he is now going to be entering the Criterion Collection with this edition of his film from 1997 called Gumo, coming in at 89 minutes, spine number 1238. It's going to be available. Now, this will come out October 22nd. It'll be available on 4K in a 2-disc set and Blu-ray, no DVD option. So 4K and Blu-ray, so definitely keep note of that. It's going to have a new 4K digital restoration. supervised by Harmony Korine with the 2.0 surround DTS HD master audio soundtrack. You get Dolby Vision with this 4K release. So the other two 4K releases do not have any indication of HDR. Of course, keep coming back to the Criterion site for any updates in that regard. But as of now, the only one of the 4K titles coming out in October that has Dolby Vision is this one, Gumo. The other two do not appear to have any HDR. So definitely keep that in mind. New interview with Korine, conversation from '97 between Korine and filmmaker Werner Herzog, and Projections episode from 2000 featuring Korine in conversation with Split Screen host John Pearson. So cool stuff. So a few features, not an incredibly loaded edition, but you're getting a new 4K digital restoration. You're getting Dolby Vision. You have a 2.0 DTS surround soundtrack. So technically, it should be, a pretty pleasing looking and sounding deal there. And this is a film that definitely has its audience. I just don't know if I'm that audience, but but yeah. So, but I'm very open to exploring different filmmakers. I mean, heck, I reviewed Pink Flamingos on this channel, so if I can watch and review Pink Flamingos, I'm open to exploring different things. So we'll see if this is one that makes its way into my cart or not. Let us know in the comment section if you've seen this film Gummo, and if so, what you think about it. But it says here, Harmony Korine's debut feature is an audacious, lyrical evocation of America's rural underbelly and an elegy in the Southern Gothic tradition of William Faulkner and William Eggleston. Shot in Korine's native Nashville, standing in for the tornado-ravaged Xenia, Ohio, the rough-hewn film follows two young friends, Tumler and Solomon, as they ride around town, huffing glue and hunting stray cats. Their every local encounter charged with vaudevillian anarchy as well as deep pathos. At once transgressive and empathetic, disturbing and undeniably beautiful, Gummo is a one-of-a-kind portrait of angelic and devilish souls caught in a cultural void, circumscribed by poverty and the depleted, alienated spiritual life of late 20th century America. So, if you've seen this film, definitely let us know what you think about it in the comment section. Going back to this first title here that's coming out on October the 8th, and looking at these filmmakers, of course, you have Jacques Tourneur, who is in the collection with Cat People, which is a title that I have in the collection. So that's this title here that is, produced by Val Lewton, and Jacques Tourneur directed this. This is from 1942. So this is the year before I Walk with a Zombie came out. And then, of course, you have the second film. Mark Robeson directed The Seventh Victim, and Mark Robeson is also a filmmaker that I have some familiarity with because he directed Valley of the Dolls 20 some years later from 1967. So this is Mark Robeson's Valley of the Dolls, Spine 835. This is a high recommendation, as well as Cat People. So both of these are recommended in this current Barnes & Noble sale. But those are a couple of other filmmakers that are in the collection, a couple of other films in the collection from these filmmakers who did these Val Lewton productions. But yeah, I'm looking forward to checking out these two films for sure. So this is really, for me, when I look at this October slate, is this release here, the Val Lewton productions of these two films on 4K that definitely have my eye, and this Pandora's Box, the G.W. Pabst film starring Louise Brooks. Demon Pond, I need to get a little bit more information on that. Gummo is one that at the moment is not one that is speaking to me, but I'm always open to learning more about it and seeing if it's something that might make its way into my cart. So we shall see. Yeah, so interesting slate. Had no idea any of these titles are coming, but I think there's something in there for a lot of people, and exciting stuff. Sorry, that's Roger Ebert, says Chris. Um, Chris, Chris there. Oh, wait a minute. I think I'm losing the spot here. A lot of people have come in here. So let me see here. Oh, let me go back to, uh, okay, time, searchlight. Bear with me here. Uh, okay. Perfect Days looks interesting. Yes, that is one I think that's coming out tomorrow, right? So I'll probably saunter over to Barnes and Noble and pick that one up tomorrow. That looks interesting. The Vim Vendors title. Hello, hello there. Hope you're doing well, Foreigner. For those that have seen this October slate, are any of these good horror releases? I want to buy the movies that give me the best spooky season vibes. Well, I tell you what, those Val Lewton films look pretty atmospheric to me. They have sort of that atmospheric, spooky vibe. So they're definitely speaking to me in that regard. If you like that type of cinema, not big jump scare type films, but just atmospheric and spooky and creates dread based on the atmosphere that's created. So I like that. I'm meant to be spaghetti emoti, a reference to gummo. Okay. Film watchers smiling. A few sale recommendations. A few sale recommendations. Well, certainly, Pat Garrett and Billy the Kid, highly recommended, 100%. So good. If you like good westerns, that is a no-brainer. Love that film. That is from director Sam Peckinpah, who also gave us Straw Dogs, which is another great recommendation. And then, of course, like I said before, these two are recommended. I really enjoyed both of these films. I love a good documentary. My dad always loved good historical films and documentaries, and this is a film that really teaches you something. It really taught me something about the opioid crisis and what one person did about it. So really, really good stuff. And then Dogfight, just a really nice love story, starring River Phoenix and Lily Taylor. And then, of course, these two films from a couple of the filmmakers that are getting new releases from Criterion. They also have these current editions in Criterion. So I definitely recommend that. And then, of course, La Samurai on 4K. Wow, folks, that is that Jean Pierre Melville film on 4K Ultra HD, the upgrade over the previous Blu ray edition. It is a worthwhile upgrade. It's a great film, and that 4K is magnifique. It looks amazing. Really great 4K. It's one of those cases where it's a worthwhile upgrade over the 4K. I mean, over the Blu-ray. In many cases, it's not necessarily that big of a jump. Like in the case of Blue Velvet, the Blu-ray was already really strong. So although the 4K is great, the Blu-ray was also great. So you're not getting that big of a jump going to the 4K format in the case of Blue Velvet. In the case of La Samurai, you are getting a nice, notable upgrade. Pandora's Box is part of a set that was out of print. Okay. Essential Art was the name of the set. So now it's back in print on its own. Okay, that's good to know. Yeah, it was part of I guess Pandora's Box was part of a set, but now it's being released separately. And I guess in that set, it had its own spine number, I guess. But a few sale recommendations. Belle de Jour with Catherine Deneuve. I have not picked that one up. I've seen it, but I've never gotten it. Still Walking. I have not gotten that one either, by Corietta. And Two Lane Blacktop. I do have that one. I love that film, and I would love to see that one get a 4K. With Brian Wilson from the Beach Boys and James Taylor, a hot rod film. Yeah. Do you, do you mean Dennis? Isn't his name Dennis Wilson? But I'll have to look it up. But yeah, um, yeah. You have the Beach Boys guy. You have Warren Oates and Laurie Bird. Awesome, awesome film. Love that film. Two Lane Blacktop. Greetings to you as well, Chris from Edmonton. Hope you're doing well. The late critic Robert Ebert selected Pandora's Box as one of the greatest films of all time. I'm looking forward to checking it out. I've never seen it, so I look forward to checking it out for sure. Gummo. I'm definitely looking to get Gummo at some point. I feel like Gummo, of all of these releases, Gummo is the one that I think might get the most discussion because it's probably the most controversial. So I'm really looking forward to hearing what you all think about that title. It's one that, like I said, to be honest, it's not speaking to me, but I don't. I mean, Criterion has included it in their catalog for a reason. So I'm thinking, okay, what is it about this title that could potentially prompt my interest? So let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Sorry, that's Roger Ebert. Roger Ebert, yes. Day one for me with Gummo 4K. So see, there's a Gummo fan there. Chris Alder's Pandora's Box do look cool. I want to pick it up. Gummo and Happiness have been dream releases from Criterion for me for years. Can't believe both are finally getting the 4K treatment. Yeah. Yeah, Happiness is coming out in September, and now Gummo's coming out in October. So good stuff. A lot of people are happy about some of these titles. Oh, I didn't realize that guy did Cat People. I watched that on Prime Video. It's a good movie. Yeah, it is. I haven't seen it. I have not seen this in a long time. This is Spine 833, and it's a really good release. It's really good. It's really good. Val Lewton. It's a new 2K digital restoration. So it's really good stuff. Yeah. It's a good film. It's from 1942, 73 minutes. Doesn't keep you very long. And again, it came out in 1942. It's a Val Lewton production. So it's a year before the other films in that set there. I need to pick up the Blu-ray of Cat People Criterion. Yeah, absolutely. Gummo was revolutionary, okay, for its raw depiction of the American countryside underbelly. Not as gross as Pink Flamingos, but definitely provoking and historically important. Looking to upgrade my old DVD. Okay, that is interesting. It may very well find its way in my cart. Because I'm thinking to myself, okay, they're including it in the catalog for a reason. There has to be something to it. So I'll do my research and listen to y'all's comments, and who knows, I may be doing a review of it, a review in a few months on this channel on it. Yeah, that's why I love Gummo. It's edgy, but not over the edge like Pink Flamingos. Okay. Well said. More approachable, and you end with a better taste in your mouth. Yeah, but that's a pretty low bar. I think any film can end with a better taste in your mouth for sure than Pink Flamingos. Yep. Let's see. The Great Beauty, probably my favorite Criterion Blu-ray. I don't have that one either. So I have a lot of Criterions, but there's many I do not have, and that's one of them. Yes, Dennis Wilson. Yeah, from Two-Lane Blacktop. Dennis Wilson played the mechanic. James Taylor was the driver. Dennis Wilson was the mechanic. Warren Oates was GTO. Lori Bird is the girl, and the film is Two-Lane Blacktop. So my bad. Love the two main characters just listed as the mechanic and the driver in the credits. The ending is excellent. I won't spoil it, but unique ending to a film. Yeah, I mean, Two-Lane Blacktop, folks, that's another recommendation. I highly recommend that title. I don't know if it'll ever get a 4K upgrade. I would love to see it happen, but that's one that is one of my favorite releases in the Criterion Collection. It's just a simple story, and it's beautiful. I love films that take you out on the American road, Route 66. This is from 1971, and just cross country, trip. Love it, love it, love it, love it. James, I think if you liked Pink Flamingos, its subjects and lower class settings, there's something in Gummo for you. Yeah, like is a strong word. I appreciate it from an artistic standpoint. What I like about, so I did a review of Pink Flamingos on this channel, and the film itself is very offensive. I'll just be honest with you. The film itself is in some ways deplorable, but what I really liked about that edition as a whole was the supplements and how you get features on John Waters as a filmmaker. You get to really understand and appreciate more about that film and the way he approaches his filmmaking. And overall, the edition, when you consider the supplements, really left me with a greater appreciation for the film, even though the film itself is really out there. So I would say I appreciate it, from an artistic standpoint. So I may just be trying Gummo. Gummo. I burst out laughing when I saw an unboxing video for Pink Flamingo. They added a paper bag in it. Yes, yes, yes. I was like, oh no, no, no. And my latest Criterion film is the 1960 classic La Ventura. Yes, that is a good one. La Ventura. I need to revisit that one. That is part of Michelangelo Antonioni's Alienation trilogy. So I need to definitely revisit that film. Speaking of road movies, try Il Sorpasso. That's another good one. That's a good one. I have that one as well. That is a good one for sure. Another Criterion fave. Definitely recommend Il Sorpasso in the collection. But yeah, let's see. Scottish Geek Guy says, howdy, folks. Howdy to you as well. But yeah, let me just go back real quick and we will take one last tour here of these announcements and we'll go ahead and wrap it up here. But yeah, this is what we're getting in the month of October. The Seventh Victim and I Walk with a Zombie. We're getting this on a 4K set. These are films produced by Val Lewton, directed by Mark Robeson and Jacques Tourneur. So that's coming out on 4K Ultra HD. It's available in 4K, Blu-ray, and DVD. So excited about that. I'll be getting that on 4K Ultra HD. So definitely stoked about that. That's coming out October the 8th. October the 15th, we're getting Demon Pond on 4K Ultra HD. This is the film from Masahiro Shinoda, the same director as Pale Flower. So that is coming out on 4K. So very, very exciting title. I'm not sure if I'll be picking that up immediately, but it's one that may at some point find its way in my cart. This one is definitely one I'll be picking up very soon when it comes out. It's the Lewis Brooks starring film Pandora's Box, directed by G.W. Pabst. That's coming out on October the 15th. So definitely looking forward to that. That is coming out on Blu-ray. So that is an upgrade of the DVD edition in the collection. It's an upgrade of spy number 385 in the collection. And this is a silent film from 1929. So really looking forward to that title. And then this title here, a new filmmaker in the collection, Harmony Korine, is coming in with his 1997 film Gumo. So that's coming out on 4K Ultra HD. It's got Dolby Vision, new 4K digital restorations coming out on October the 22nd. So this is a title that, still processing, and who knows, it may just make its way in the collection at some point. But yeah, those are the titles that's coming out in the month of October. So it's a really interesting month, a nice eclectic mix of titles. I knew that these announcements would very likely include some horror, suspense, thriller, titles, and there are some definitely fascinating films in here that offer some nice atmospheric elements that should be some good material to chew your teeth on. So let me see, get these last few comments. James, what did you think of Bound? I don't have Bound. I have not picked that up yet. That's a 4K release that has come out. I have not picked it up yet, but I will pick it up potentially at some point. Scottish Geek Guy says, howdy, folks. Howdy to you as well. And then Jerry is saying, a little background on Louise Brooks. She became a star of silent cinema, became difficult to work with to the point her star faded. In the end of her life, she ended up working as a waitress. Wow. Okay. Well, that is interesting. Bound 4K sold out on BNN Online. And then I think you love Bound. You love noir, I know, so I recommend it. Okay. Well, thank you for that recommendation. And thank you all for joining this evening for this stream of the October 2024 Criterion Collection announcements. Some exciting titles, something there for a lot of people. Let us know in the comments section below what you think about this stream, what you think about these titles, what titles you are most excited for, and which titles you plan to pick up. And also let us know what titles you have been picking up in the Criterion Collection sale and what titles you have been watching. Let us know all that goodness in the comment section below. And as always, thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you next time at the movies. Peace. Have a great Monday night, everybody. We'll be talking to you soon.